Infinite banking, how does it stack up with high yield savings accounts? I completely understand that many people just can't understand or maybe accept, at least at first, how infinite banking works and why it's just so doggone powerful and beneficial. It's just so different from what people are used to. And the benefits that infinite banking provides seem to go against the laws of banking and basic cash flow principle realities. So the question or even debate around how infinite banking is different from or better than a high yield savings account is understandable. So let's examine each product and lay them both out for exposure. Aloha, I'm Stan Cox, principal broker and strategist with SC Finance Strategies and Insurance Consultants. I'm also the author of the books on the tax-free cash growth warehouse strategy, and I'm the managing director of the Hawaii Financial Free Thinkers Academy, a nonprofit financial literacy education organization. For the past several years, I have focused on and specialized in the infinite banking concept and the tax-free cash growth warehouse finance strategy. So I'm particularly qualified to present this information. If you find this to be helpful, please tap the like button on this video and subscribe to this channel. Also, please post your questions and comments here. Now, first off, infinite banking and the tax-free cash growth warehouse are not products. They are finance strategies which utilize the product of, ideally, participating whole life insurance. I say ideally because any whole life insurance that grows cash value and allows for policy loans can be used for the strategies. But the ideal product is a participating whole life policy that has been designed by an infinite banking specialist specifically for the use of the infinite banking tax-free cash growth warehouse strategy. Savings accounts are products. Therefore, high yield savings accounts are products. What are high yield savings accounts? What qualifies as high yield these days? Well, the average savings account in today's high inflation environment is paying around 0.1% APR. So really, anything paying 1% or more could be considered high yield. And I've actually seen some ads for banks paying 1.2% and bragging about what a great deal that is. And that really typifies exactly why most folks just have a hard time believing that infinite banking is a real thing. With all the hyperbole about how banking and savings must be done, most people just don't look beyond that to find the real gold that is available. But I digress. Checking the internet today, I found that actual high yield savings accounts, such as PNC, BMO, Citizen, and a couple of others, are paying 4.2 to 4.5% APR. And that genuinely is high yield these days. SoFi is actually offering 5% APR with a minimum deposit of $5,000 or more. A couple things stand out to me with all those offers. One is that the interest rate is not guaranteed and it is variable. They can lower the rate as much as they want anytime they choose. But with the cash value of participating whole life, there is a minimum guaranteed interest rate of 3.5% APR. And there are dividends paid on top of that. The dividends are variable depending on the profitability of the insurance company, but are guaranteed for the year once declared. And the companies we use the most have paid dividends every year for 150 years or more. That's on top of the guaranteed minimum interest rate. And currently, the dividend interest rates are between 5 and 6% compounding APR. When a high yield savings account pays interest to your account, you will receive a tax form declaring the amount of interest paid, and you will be required to pay income tax on that interest. With participating whole life accounts, when they pay interest to your account, it is compounding interest, and you will receive an annual report showing how much your cash value has grown, but there will be no tax forms along with that. And that's because there is no tax owed on the dividend interest paid to your account. So the 4.5% interest you earn on your high yield savings account will net you only about 3.3%, while the 6% interest you earn on your whole life cash value will net you 6%, nearly double that of what the high yield bank account will. Now, here's an important benefit that is provided by whole life insurance that many people don't even realize. The cash value in your policy is protected and untouchable by anyone or anything except the owner of the account. With bank savings, high yield or otherwise, your money can be attached, garnished, frozen at the order of any court without you even being notified. Now, let's say you want to use some of your savings. So to do that with your high yield bank account, you will need to withdraw from your high yield account. As soon as you do that, the money you withdraw stops earning any interest for you. In order to use the money in your whole life cash value account, what we here at FSIC call our tax-free cash growth warehouse account, you don't withdraw from your account, you leverage your cash value account with a guaranteed policy loan. And here's where the infinite banking tax-free cash growth warehouse strategy comes into play. When you leverage your cash value, your money stays in the account, earning that beautiful and truly high yield interest. So you get to use your money while at the same time it continues to earn high compounding tax-free interest for you. Now, let's say instead of withdrawing from your high yield bank account, you take a personal loan from the bank. That personal loan is going to cost you at least 0.5% APR interest or 5% APR interest. And you will be contractually obligated to make a minimum payment every month, depending on the amount of the loan and the contracted length of the loan. So even though your high yield interest bank account will still be earning interest, you'll be losing at least 0.5% of your interest on your savings to your personal loan with no tax advantage. And you have no flexibility on the minimum payments due each month. When you leverage your whole life TFCGW cash value account, when your account is set up with the right insurance company, you will be paying less interest to the loan than you are earning on your cash value. And you aren't obligated to make any minimum monthly payments to repay the loan. You choose how much payment to make and how often you want to make a payment. And then you can likely deduct at least part of that interest that you do pay from your income tax. Now, here's something of incredible and unique value that you get with your TFCGW account that simply isn't available with your high yield bank. Life insurance. Whole life insurance is an asset. Yes, you do have to qualify in order to get life insurance, and you do have to pay for it. It isn't free. At least it isn't free until about the 5th to 10th year. And then it becomes free because All the premium you pay for the insurance is now being paid into your cash value and more. And you have liquid, tax-free access. So, to recap the highlights, high yield savings account, at best, after paying tax on your interest earned, will net you about half as much growth as an infinite banking tax-free cash growth warehouse account. With your infinite banking tax-free cash growth warehouse account, you can leverage your cash value and still earn more compounding interest than you pay for the leverage loan, while using the cash in your high yield bank account will stop the interest earning on those funds. Using a TFCGW leverage loan gives you complete control and flexibility in how you want to repay the loan. While with a personal bank loan, you're locked into a minimum monthly payment. And with an infinite banking tax-free cash growth warehouse account, you also have the great asset of whole life insurance, which becomes free after just a few years. You do not get that with a bank account. Now, I hope you found this to be informative and helpful. You have questions, we have answers. For a complete explanation of the tax-free cash growth warehouse strategy, you can watch our free 60-minute webinar. The link is in the description box below this video. The link to buy my books on Amazon.com is also below. If you'd like to book a free phone consultation with me, the link to my Calendly page is also below. If you'd like to apply to become a client of ours, the link to the application is right below in the box. We're here to help, and we look forward to helping you. Aloha and mahalo for watching.